know it's been like a million years since we posted our last video. We've just been a little busy since we went on our trip to England.
It was so much fun.
Yes.
We did so much stuff. We went shopping. It was awesome. But after a few days, we started to miss the good old USA. So that kind of gave us some inspiration for this next video.
Yes.
We're going to give y'all some tips on how to travel abroad the American way.
So, if you familiarize yourself with some of these situations, then, you know, you are guaranteed a successful trip that keeps you feeling closer to home, even though you may be actually 1,000 miles away.
Step by step, we'll help you along your cultural journey, sharing some of our experiences with you guys. Of course, we'll start with step 1, your flight. Flying American Airlines is obviously the most natural choice for any American wishing to travel abroad, but British Airlines is a last resort option, and I'm talking last resort. But if you have to end up doing that, you know, there's a lot of Americans on board, so it makes the transition a little bit smoother.
That's true.
And the food on British Airlines, in all honesty, we actually ended up doing that. The food on British Airlines is... the portions compared to those of a baby, they're tiny. Like a baby size in the U.S., but they do offer a lot of different kinds of steak and bacon-wrapped options. And despite the greenery alongside, it is meaty enough to meet any American meal standard.
Step 2. Accents. Although completely incomprehensible with their posh accents and sickly sweet mannerisms, the English people do tend to be quite wonderful.
They really are.
They're wonderful. Kind of cool. Yeah. But, I mean, after a 10-hour flight and numerous attempts at conversation with the flight attendants... That's what they're called, right? Stewardesses? Flight attendants?
Yeah, flight attendants.
Yeah. You know, you generally becomes easier to grasp what they're trying to say.
But from the moment that we landed at Heathrow, we noticed that nobody really speaks to each other. They're all too busy, like, shouting for cabs and, you know,
Yes.
complaining about the weather because it's awful there. And they don't really say anything to anybody else. I mean, like, how can you travel, like, 100,000 miles and all the way to England and not, like, take it all in? Like,
I don't even...
I can't even.
I can't.
No. So, don't really expect much from the airports over there. But moving on, we've come to step 3, daily activities. On your trip, you want to see the best sights and eat the best food, have the most fun. Yes?
Very true.
Yeah?
Very true.
Well, at least we did. So, some of the things that we did on our trip include, we got to see Big Ben, which is definitely not a small building. It's huge.
No, it's large.
And we rode on a double-decker bus.
That was cool.
Like in Harry Potter.
Yes, just like in Harry Potter.
And we did loads more, but in all honesty, they were about as entertaining as those guys that stand in front of Buckingham Palace. The ones with the hats. Not, yeah, like that. So, those were the only things that were worth mentioning.
That's pretty much it. Yeah. But on the plus side, now we've got a surprise for y'all. So we obviously met some new friends on our trip over there, and lucky for us, one of them actually came across the pond and decided to come here. And
for you guys. Well, for you guys. You're welcome.
All the way from Hertfordshire.
So, all the way from Hertfordshire, give it up for Anthony.
Yay!
Thank you very much.
Oh my god.
Oh, T, thank you.
Yay. How are you doing today, Anthony?
I'm splendid. Thanks. How are you doing?
That's good. Yeah.
So, we've made up a couple questions for you that some of our viewers have tweeted and or texted us.
Mm-hmm.
And so, is that okay if we just ask you a couple of them?
Go for it.
Okay. So this first question is from Ashley in Texas. Now that you're in the States, was it difficult coming here? And what's the biggest difference between here and there?
That's a really good question. I think coming here was a breeze, to be honest. The people here are very friendly. They're very open-minded, to a certain extent, which has made the move much less stressful. As for the differences, I'd say the biggest one here is the driving conditions, seeing as you're obviously driving the wrong side of the road and no one here has a manual.
But we literally drive on the right side of the road.
Which is the incorrect side of the road.
I mean, if you want to get all technical.
And the drivers here are a bit more reckless.
Alright, this one's from Michael in Texas.
Hello, Michael.
Do you ever have tea with the Queen?
Okay. Do you ever have hamburgers with Obama?
It's happened once or twice to Kelsie, I think.
Yeah, just a couple times actually.
Jesus, sassy. I don't need your sass.
Seriously.
I don't need your sass. This next one comes from Kaylee in Texas. Because you're from Britain, you must live in a castle, right?
Siri, again? You've got to be kidding me.
Well, do you?
What do you think? That's like me asking you if you live in the White House. Of course I don't live in a castle. I haven't got an extra £5 million lying around now, have I?
Okay, what is?
It says, oh, this one is from Kevin in Texas. Do people ever tell you that you look like Harry Potter?
Oh, for Christ's sake. Do you know what?
Well, it looks like that concludes this week's video. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe to our channel. If not, you should still subscribe to our channel.
Probably. And the next time you find yourself in the UK, we hope you can use some of the tips that we've shared with you today to have a successful American vacation. Bye, you guys. Thanks for watching. Bye. And despite the greenery alongside, it's meaty enough to meet any American meat standards. Meal standards? Meat standards?
There is definitely a meat standard.
Get out of the shot!
Yo, get out, bro.
That's you, chick.
Step 2. Accents. But yes, y'all give a warm welcome to Anthony.
Woo!
Yes.
He's asleep.
He's asleep.
Oh, tea, thank you.
Yay. Thanks. Oh my gosh, I feel so...
Oh, it's
it's
warm.
hot. I feel... Oh no, it's hot.
This is weird.
I feel... Am I legit now?
Is it
Because I've
supposed to
had
be
British
warm?
Yeah.
Oh. Some.
Do you want me to? Because I'm also English.
We could.
Why not?
I'd rather you didn't carry the keys.
Oh.
Anthony.
No, Rory.
Anthony.